Okay, so you have about 10 seconds to kick off. So originally I said I was gonna do part 3 of Back to the Future. I didn't know today was Friday the 13th. So instead of Back to the Future, we're doing the original Friday the 13th with the shit cover art, because this and this are not in the fucking movie. Stop putting Hockey Mask on the first movie. The Terror Before the Mask. And why are you fucking putting the mask and Jason with the mask in the fucking cover? It doesn't make no sense. It's not, literally, there's no reference of these. Well, there's one bit of Jason where they talk about him drowning. That's about it. So this came out in 1980. It was a mystery slasher film, and it really did with the slash genre. And it was an hour and 36 minutes long. Well, it says an hour and 36 on the Google, but it's an hour and 35. An hour and 35, that's just to be safe. Camp Crystal Lake 1958, that we sing someone singing as a point of view shot where we finally hear the classic noise as he heads in there, and they two campers head up to do sex in the barn. They start taking their clothes off, but then the point of view kicks back up, and the guy gets murdered first, and then they go after the girl. And the really cool thing is that before killing the girl, it starts to freeze, and then it freezes her still before she kills her. We see the credits. If you don't know, they usually put the credits in the front of the films and the back of the films. They usually put the actors in the back of the film, but they usually put the people that design the film and the front. It was pretty weird how they did it, but when it gets the credits, it comes up with all the titles and who decided to make the film. Fades to white, which is a good change because it's usually faded to black. We see girl in distance, then she's up close. She talks with the dog, so I asked the question, is she a bit mental? She asks Bar, everyone is weirded out, like, why the hell do you want to open that piece of shit dump that is well known for the murder? Well, there's multiple deaths in there. We finally see Crazy Ralph. Crazy Ralph is an interesting character. I believe he only sticks around for 2 parts, though. He finally gets his comeuppance in the 2nd or 3rd part. He's up in one of those 2, he dies. Anne, that's the girl's name, and the driver, and then they drive away while he gets on his bike. We see 3 people in the car that are making out. This includes Jack, which is Kevin Bacon, which I'm only going to give you a spoiler, is one of the dead people. Kevin Bacon is in this movie. The EE guy. That's all we know him as now. EE guy. We see other person. We see the main older camper is chopping wood, like that. And we see the lead girl, Alice, survivor. Obviously, I'm spoiling the fun. She talks about leaving, which would have just me. Then everyone gets there. The main camper heads off, and someone almost shot a girl because she was standing there, which is foreshadowing for something that happens a bit later. We see POV again, and we see the Jeep driving, and someone with a POV shot is chasing Anne through the woods. Catches up with Anne and slits her throat. It's really good effects, these, in this film. And then it flashes through her getting murdered and chased to them just playing around. Oh my, I was a bit sore. There. So if you hear any background noise, I can't do anything about this. I want to put this out today, so I don't put it out Friday the Saturday the 14th, so I look like a prick. Then they all mess around in the sea. Then some girl sees someone in the woods. Then this guy Ned starts to drown. Saved by everyone, but then when he gave him CPR, he made out of her. He did not actually drown. We see POV of a famous theme, which is the one you usually hear on Friday the 13th game when you're about to get raped by Jason's machete. Then they see then the cop comes around While he was acting like a bit of a prick. Great aspect is cleared. And the bed shot, and then everyone is trying to kill the snake. And then the cop pulls up. Ralph is crazy and is wanted. Jack picks up radio and cop heads off. Alice is cleaning up when she opens the cupboard and finds Crazy Ralph, who says they have a death curse and they're about to die. They fix the power generator, and the nice shot of shit. What did I write there? Nice shot of lake. Then there's a beaver swimming in the lake. We see someone enter cabin. And Ned spots that and heads in and like, hello, where are you? And you'll find out what happens to Ned a bit later. You can already tell he's a bit dead, can't you, obviously. Then they have a lightning talk, has lightning going on. And then they're setting up for Act 2. If you don't know what Act 2, it goes, the Act 1's usually the setup. Act 2 is all the shit. All of it. So this is stuff like murders, plot devices are just shoved into the middle, and then the end. This is, you usually think that's the end. No, that's more of the solving it / dying / getting raped / anything, whatever the film's about. That is usually basically the you find out who's behind it all, and then there's a massive pursuit when you try to stop them from murdering anyone else. Yeah, usually what happens. Net is dead above them having sex. You see it going up there. Then this sex scene. Sorry guys, if you hear dogs barking, they just won't shut the fuck up. His photos. They finish sex. His photos set nets. The main cabin is playing Monopoly, horny Monopoly, I'm going to call it, because they shake up her clothing. Scenes. This is one of the most famous scenes ever made. Jack gets a spear type thing through his neck and twisted. Don't fucking you dare. Don't you dare ruin this fucking video, or I'll shove my foot up your ass. Annoy him. Don't ruin my 7-minute video. And then they go clean up, and Marcy's the next one dead, and she gets actually axed to the head. Then they hear noises, and then the archery lights come on as Darcy is then killed. They have to wrap up their sex game. I'm skipped a bit here, and then Darcy hears young boy, leads her to the archery, and she's shot. 3 remain. Then the old main guy is in diner. He's in the diner, and and then he pays and heads off back to the caravan, and then he sees the light. So, hello? Oh, what are you doing out here? And power gets cut off, and Bill goes to check. Bill hears noise in the background, and Alice is the only one that seems alive. Then she meets Mrs. Voorhees, Betsy Palmer, and I've actually forgot to do the rating. I'm doing it here. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just going to put the rating there and tell you why in a bit. You could have already seen it probably. But then this is entering into the 3rd act. Mrs. Voorhees is the murderer, and she gets angry at talking about Jason Voorhees, which, if you don't know, is our Canadian hockey mask murderer we know and love today. Well, not the future ones. Shut up. You're pissing me off. She becomes violent, and there's a massive chase scene where they find all the bodies and they head to the beach. And they have a massive fight, and Mrs. Voorhees is beheaded by Alice. On the beach by Alice. And then Alice gets on the boat, and one of the other famous scenes is the last scene in this one before she ends up in the hospital, is Alice hides on boat. Last jump scare is Jason, swamp version, going up and grabbing her and pulling her down with her when she thinks she's got hope because of all the cops. I give it a 7 out of 10. Great atmosphere, great music. Some scenes were drawn out, but not. They were really. Some of the scenes were needed to be drawn out a little bit in order to build up the characters. So all around amazing film. Next, Friday the 13th, which is. I've got all the Friday the 13th there. See you in March with Friday the 13th Part 2. Tomorrow will be Back to Future Part 1. Back to Future Part 3, I meant. And then Annabelle Comes Home will be Sunday. They'll both be released on Sunday due to the fact that I've got work on Saturday and I won't be able to make the video. And then Monday will be our Charlie and the Chocolate Factory review. Bye bye, guys.